Welcome in, Ken. He has worked so hard to be here. His shirt says it all. Keep moving forward.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. As of the recording of this right now, it is Friday morning, April 25th. It is nasty, cold, rainy here in Oklahoma City. Man, we had some storms move through last night. I slept like absolute garbage. Part of that problem was, though, that I stayed up way too late watching the Thunder basketball game, game 3 of this first round. Of course, if you know anything about that, you know that I am quite excited about that game right now. At one point, we were down by 29, ended up winning it by 6. That was an amazing game overall. Yeah, I know there's probably some Memphis fans out there like, oh, John Morant. Yeah, I agree. If he hadn't tried to go all Superman over Lou Dort, then maybe things would have been different. But wow, just unreal that they stayed in it. Came back, won that, took a 3-0 lead in that series. Absolutely fantastic. And then about an hour and a half after the Thunder game, the actual Thunder rolled in. We had a pretty good storm move through town. Now, I honestly slept pretty good through that, to be truthful, so I usually do, especially when I know it's not going to be tornadic. But I do remember a few flashes of lightning. Of course, it freaked out the dogs, and because of that, I was awake. And I've been awake since 4:30 a.m. It is now almost 10:30, and I'm on my way to pick up my bestie Angie and her dad, who will also be walking the 5K with us tomorrow. And then we're going to go down to the expo, get our bibs, check that out, do all that kind of stuff. And we'll be meeting our other friend Tony there, who will also be walking with us. So yeah, all 4 of us are going to be meeting there at the same time. So let's head on out. So this event was being held at the Oklahoma City Convention Center. I'd never been there actually, driven by it once, walked by it once. But the first thing that caught my attention standing there is just how huge this place is. I mean, just look at that. That's a lot of glass. I'd hate to have to clean those windows. It's a really neat place, honestly, right in the middle of downtown. You can see the Devon Tower over there. We're right across from Scissortail Park. It was really, really kind of cool. As we come walking up, we notice this car over here. See this car off to the left there, right behind Angie? It's a Cadillac that they have wrapped with the logo of the marathon. You know, the Keep Running to Remember logo. But then on the side of the car, they actually have the names of everybody that's participating in the different races. So we went to try to find ours, and there's Angie's, Angela Taylor. You found her right there on the door. It's kind of tricky because it's alphabetical, but then within the alphabet they kind of mess things up and don't go fully alphabetical by first name, so it took a little bit to find others. And then mine is right along and through here somewhere. Where's it at? Do you see it? There it is, right there, Kenneth Lee. So see how I come after somebody whose name starts with an N? That was a little bit weird, but whatever. So around to this other side we go to try to find her dad's. Everybody wanting to find their name. I don't know. I've never had my name on the side of a car before. I thought that was kind of cool, honestly. So then we found her dad's as well right here, Michael Brummett. Where is it? There it is. Last name, I think. And then we tried to find Tony's, and we could not find Tony's. But we looked, and we looked. I promise you, we did. Sorry, Tony. I don't know where it was. I didn't see it either, but we looked for it. And here's the video evidence. We were looking for it, but definitely did not find it. Is it Bart? What is it? Is it Bartlett? Barlow.
B-A-R-L-O-W?
Yeah.
Oh, right there. I found William. Tonya?
Anthony, probably. Might be Tony. Guess I spelled it wrong. We'll have to have him find it then. Maybe he was too late registering. I don't know. Oh, we have the lights on it. to get a picture of all of this. I'm sure they'll have like a 5K one. Oh, it's chilly in here. Oh yeah, look at that. You ever get that feeling like you don't belong? I think that's, what am I, you said?
We're 42.90.
So 42.95. So let's find our number. Right where the line is. For me. Golly. Oh, yeah, no. Hey, look at there. There's Tony. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got in a heck of a lot quicker than we did.
I
Yeah.
cheated. I know a different place to park.
Okay. Yeah, we tried doing the line, so it was crazy.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Well, we'll walk up here with you, and
Sweet.
like, who in the world would be here that would know me?
It's going to be interesting.
That weather forecast for tomorrow. I'm not looking forward to that.
Hey there, I'm sorry.
You're right.
Good, how are you? Good. 306. For Anthony? All right. Anthony, you have a great day and a great race. T-shirts are in the far back corner.
All right.
I don't know. We'll go walking. We'll see what we can do.
Hi. How's
Let's
it
see.
going? It's my dad, Michael.
How's it going, Michael and
Tony.
Tony? Nice to
I
meet
work
you.
with these PA-hoos.
All the flags from the countries and the states everybody's from. Is that Papa? Was it sunny? Yeah. Yeah, sunny, because I thought it was. Yeah. Nice. Well, hopefully it doesn't have to be used tomorrow. What do we got? Red Coyote. It's a running club here in town.
Too nice. Love you.
This one's just swag. Look at that. Look at our shirts, so we can go through all these booths. We'll be back. Go Mariners. Go figure. Oh, we got making pancakes over here. We definitely got to come back. Hey, that part. Hey. Remember, you have mine.
We just go wherever? You go. Okay. Mine, the pet show.
Grab a t-shirt for this one.
And then I have his too, the 3X. Dad, what size is yours?
Oh, are you ready? I was gonna say, you're so quick, I thought maybe you already had. Sure, too much of your info there. Two of my favorite numbers right there. 44 for Brian Bosworth, number 30 for the number of baseball stadiums. Love it.
I'll take the Bosworth reference in Oklahoma.
Yeah, right?
No problem.
Absolutely.
Hey, we got some of those guys like Jimmy Williams.
And every time I would do something, they're like, well, look what we're doing.
Charles, stop.
When did I come to visit?
March the first time.
It was during the... Oh, no. So I came in March, and then we came again.
Take a look.
Share cards in here, some recent stories. We're
Perfect.
promoting a book that's actually going to help benefit the museum.
Perfect. Thank you. Hello. Oh, we got to try something here, right? It all looks good. Where'd everybody go? Check that out. What is this one? The cheddar protein pop. Okay, that's
This
fantastic.
one's a regular cheddar. This is blazing. This one over here is hot.
Oh, it's hot?
Depending on which one you grab. That's
Oh, I grabbed the middle one, so
that's
yeah.
regular cheddar.
Okay.
Ranch popcorn. Did you do the blazing cheddar?
She said that one's hotter. I did the regular, but I'll try. I'll go ahead and try it too. Then I'm walking away from
Caramel
it.
protein?
They had me at popcorn. They got me at protein popcorn. I'm just saying. Anything with protein in it, extra protein, especially if it's good like popcorn, I'm going to try it. So yes, absolutely. What? Ooh, nerd samples. Yes, we need to try a couple of those. The
In the
clusters.
middle, and then they're nerds on the outside.
Who knew you'd go trick-or-treating?
Have you tried it? You heard it here first. I know it's for nerds. This is why everyone does this. Oklahoman started like one of the first podcasts here. And so we've been posting on nerves all season. And we're good at it, please. Yeah, I think I can use your packet. Using extra packet for Sunday. Anyway.
Any kind of last minute tips for people that they hit the streets from two veterans in the field?
I would just advise people to really take the spirit of the event and let that carry down. Running is hard. We're not in our comfort zone out there by any stretch of the imagination, and so really leaning into that discomfort and letting the spirit of the event carry you. I think you can make an emotional connection to your goal. It always lifts you and gets you to that finish line a little bit faster. So we can have our time goals out there as we tell the starting line, but really think deeply about what you are representing out there. It really does carry so much more weight and so much more meaning than just having a goal that your watch can give you feedback. So.
You want to do the Route 66 5K in Tulsa in November? Probably can't be any worse than it's going to be tomorrow in the rain. That's true. It could still be 90. That is accurate.
The new House of Sports store on Penn and Memorial if you're interested. Would you like some bib flips?
Yes, I
So
do
you don't
for
have to
tomorrow.
destroy your
Yes.
shirt?
Perfect. Check that out.
And here's a coupon to the new House of Sports store on Penn and Memorial if you
Have
haven't
not been
in.
there yet.
You
No,
should check it
perfect.
out.
Yep.
I think we'll do the kids marathon next year.
Yeah.
Nancy says she's going to get up and actually be there.
She's up and out within 15 minutes.
I mean, when I'm at home, I can get up at 6:35.
All right, so we're all checked in at the expo. Tony, we ready to do this tomorrow?
Heck yeah, man, excited for this.
So what I'm hearing, I think Angie told me, is that when I get tired just before the second overpass, you're going to carry me. Is that right?
Fireman's carry.
Perfect. So
See that.
Mike will be over here. Let me get. There it
he
is. So you're going to be videoing it, right?
Sure.
And I think Angie will be laughing the whole way. Yeah.
She'll probably
Yeah.
wear her pants.
Yeah.
So that change of clothes I might need.
You might need it after all. Yeah. Either way, I think we're all excited, ready to do this. So we'll see you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Well, how's it going? It is race day finally, sort of, maybe. I have no clue. Okay, so where do I start? Well, first off, it is Saturday morning. It is currently 9:55 a.m. Yes, if you remember, I've been talking for quite a while that the race was supposed to start at 7 a.m. So we were going to have to be down there quite early. Well, yesterday, as we were leaving the expo, we got alerts that said that due to pending severe weather, they have pushed the start time from 7 a.m. back to 1 p.m. At that point, the weather nerd in me decided to check my radar apps, my forecasting apps that I use. Not like just a local news station's weather app, right? The actual forecast model apps that I use when I go storm chasing. And I didn't see anything for in the morning that was going to be more than rain. I mean, we were supposed to get some rain, but I was actually calling it about 8:30, 8:45. So if we were to get started about 7 a.m., it pretty much should have been over with by the time the rains came in, or we may have gotten a little bit damp right towards the end of it, but no big deal. Now, the other races behind us would have gotten a little bit wetter, but not the 5K people, because we would have went at 7 a.m. and we would have been fine. But they were talking about severe weather. Now down here, severe weather means lightning, large hail, damaging winds. So I understand why they wouldn't want to do it. And I also know that the weather forecast changes so many. How many times have you guys heard me say, supposed to be big storms, I'm going out chasing, and then it ends up being nothing, right? Either way, a little bit frustrating getting up this morning and seeing that it was nothing. It's raining out there right now. It's raining pretty good. So I am sitting at home. We're about 25 minutes north of where the race will begin, there at the memorial. Looking at the radar down there, it's wet. It is quite wet. And this is really bumming me out, the fact of two things here, right? One, regardless, it's going to be wet. We're going to get soaked, absolutely soaked, because the rain is coming in and we're supposed to just get drenched. The other thing that's a bummer right now is we are currently waiting to see if this thing is even going to happen. Now, they're not going to cancel it just because of rain, but they will cancel it if there's severe weather. Now, I was told that that means if there is the possibility of lightning anywhere within an 8-mile radius. Well, currently, all of the models that I'm watching show for pretty nasty storms at 1 o'clock, possibly moderate to heavy storms. So I'm also seeing a sign that some of that might be dipping a little bit further south. So I'm hoping maybe that it'll do that and we'll be fine. But again, like I said, it is almost 10 o'clock and we haven't heard a word yet. Though yesterday we got notification at about 2, I think it was, a little after 2 o'clock yesterday, that they had pushed it already. So I know that a big reason why they're waiting is because, well, there is a no refund policy for this. So, of course, they're not going to want to just cancel it willy-nilly and then have it be where we could have done it like we could have this morning. Whoever their weather guy is for that, yeah, he kind of blew that one. But, better safe than sorry, I suppose. But it's really going to suck if this thing got pushed back right into the heart of the storm today. So we'll have to find out. My plan is that I am up, I am ready to go. I got my shirt on from yesterday. It is not the one I'll be wearing if we get to do this, but this is what the t-shirts look like that we got this year. My first ever race t-shirt, which might not even matter at this point. We'll have to see. But I am dressed, I am laced up, I am ready to go. I have not ate anything yet. I did put some packs together for my team. That's going to include a banana, some peanut butter, and a Fairlife protein shake. And then my wife will bring along plenty of water and stuff, electrolytes for afterwards. And then, of course, I've been saying it, they're going to be tacos and beer to celebrate. At this point, it's either to celebrate or to commiserate. One way or another, I'm getting me tacos and beer. I've done really good leading up to this, and I deserve it. That's the way I look at it. So we're in a holding pattern, absolutely in a holding pattern currently, and we'll see. I've got about an hour till I need to leave to go over to Angie's to pick her and her dad up. So we'll see. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
Well, just a quick update. We have found out no races today due to the flooding, the lightning, everything, and that they are now actually going to be rescheduled for tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. And if that's not fun enough, they have completely changed the course. Well, not completely, only about 3/4 of it. So yay, we have that to look forward to. But tomorrow morning it is 7:30, bright and early, dark and early, whatever, we'll be there.
Good morning. It is Sunday morning, April 27th. It is currently 4:47 a.m. As you can see, it is quite dark outside still. We got a ways to go before the sun will come up. I'm just sitting here trying to get awake. Honestly, I woke up about 2:20 this morning. Couldn't get back to sleep. So I just laid there waiting for my alarm at 4 o'clock. Got up, started getting ready. We're going to take 2 at this, I guess, of the 5K this morning. Weather's looking pretty good out there. Maybe a slight chance of some drizzles by the time we're done, but it's looking pretty good. So I'm sitting there having my breakfast, got me a banana with some peanut butter, have packed me a protein shake to drink as we get down to downtown Oklahoma City. Just trying to do what I can to be ready. Like I said, take 2. Take 2 it. We're going to go over and pick up Angie and her dad here shortly, and then we're going to head down there. They say you really need to get down there really early because they are double stacking the events. We will leave about a half an hour after the marathoners do. So basically, by the time their last corral gets out, they're going to go ahead and start loading us into the corrals, and then by 7:30, our first group will go. Yeah. So they even changed the course on me. Let me show you what it looks like now. We can see here, it's a completely different course. I don't know how well that'll show, but we can show it later. I will be screen cap recording it, you know, my whole thing along the way to see how that turns out, honestly. But I went down and drove the course with my wife yesterday. We wanted to see what it was like. I think it'll be all right. There is one overpass on it that is pretty hairy, pretty nasty. It's a gnarly one. As soon as I saw the new route, I knew exactly that we were going to have to go up it, and I wasn't looking forward to it. It is, as I like to refer to it, my Everest at this point, because it's pretty, yeah, it just seems to keep going. And it literally just goes up and up and up, and then it crests off. It doesn't go up and over. It goes over the railroad tracks, and so, yeah. I don't know. We'll see how it goes this morning. That is just about 1.25 miles in. So it'll give us a little time to really get into a groove there before we got to go up it. And again, that's the only one. There's a couple other inclines and declines that we have to deal with, but nothing really to write home about, honestly. So really looking forward to that route. This one will be kind of exciting too, because this new route will take me by some places that have some special meanings to me, you know, like Paycom Center with a Thunder Plate, goes by the ballpark where I've taken you guys many times. So we're going to go by it now where we wouldn't have before. And that's what takes us up that hill. So yeah, there's a couple other places. And even though it's a new route, the next to last street is still Lee Street. So go figure, right? But this time it's North Lee instead of South Lee. So that'll be kind of cool too. I'm going to finish my breakfast, and then I am going to go load up in the car, and we're going to go, the wife and I, she's going to drop us off, and she'll be out on the course cheering us on in different locations. Hoping she can get us, get a little video that I can use coming up here. But either way, she's going to be there to cheer us on. Yeah, new day. And I had a vacation day set yesterday. This morning I had to call out. Probably get in trouble at work for doing that, but whatever. I'm going to do this 5K. I'm not going to do it since it's been rescheduled. After yesterday's cancellation, I thought, great. But then when they told us they rescheduled it for today, I had two options: call out or don't. And I'm doing this thing. So let's get ready and let's go.
The traffic into downtown Oklahoma City was insane. Literally the backup for the one exit that we could take, 1.5 miles, 2 miles, easily. So it took a little bit of time to get off of there. Then once we did, it was slow moving through the middle of town here. Of course, you can see the police officers here. They've got you blocked off. You can only go a certain way, really, to where we wanted to go, which was perfectly fine because I knew where we were sitting here. It was leading us exactly where we wanted to be, right towards the end of all the corrals, which is where you're supposed to be when you're, you know, slow like me. But we wanted to go a little somewhere else because I didn't want to start at the very end. They said it's on the honor system. Most people told me it really doesn't matter where you start, especially for the 5K. That's a complete difference when you're starting a marathon because there'll be so many people. But with the 5K, it really didn't matter. And I knew that if I started at the end, they only gave me 90 minutes to complete it. If I started up sooner, I'd get 1 hour and 50. So we were going to move our way up just a little bit, and that's where Yvonne dropped us off. Stop a squat for a little while, yeah?
Yeah.
Just somewhere.
Is a full marathon 36 or 26 miles?
26.2.
Now, we're just about 90 seconds. We'll hand the mic back to you for the official countdown. Runners, make some noise!
Crazy. Behind the start line. As we made our way towards the corral area here, this is probably about 7:10 in the morning. I accidentally somehow had flipped this to slow-mo, so I've actually sped this up some, and that's why there's no volume, so I'm going to talk over it here because I don't know what I did. Either way, you can see it's not too crazy of amount of people here. I know that they had said last year there was 4,500 different racers for the 5K. Obviously this year not as many, and I think a big part of that is because how they had to change the date. So a lot of people that do either the quarter, half, or full marathon also do the 5K, and they weren't able to do that this year.
And reflect on what happened in this city.
So what exactly were you saying again?
I said, why are you putting us through all this shit?
All this shit, literally. He's funny.
But more incredible than their vision was how this community has rallied around this event each and every year. From the first kids marathon in 2002 to the now famous pancake breakfast at First Church that started in 2003, to the incredible support we showed Boston Marathon runners who could not finish their race in 2013. Please join me in 168 seconds of silence.
For those that don't know, the 168 seconds of silence is to honor the 168 people who lost their lives in the bombing of the Alfred P. Murrah building, April 19th, 1995.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just a walk, Ken. That's all you're doing. Don't worry about time. I know they don't show up, but What's that? Well, we're done?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just an emotional day. Almost cried a minute ago.
Let's get through it before we start doing that. We could cry in our celebration beers.
We're starting at the start line within 4 minutes. So that is far better than where you thought we were being.
This was an extra 16. I might be the last one to finish, but I'm not going to be the last one to start, so. Just a mosey a block and a half. Yvonne's at Paycon, she said the first people are already there. What's that? That's about a half mile. That's victory number 1. Let's get this going. We'll never freak them all out if I just took off running.
Alright, here we go.
Hold up.
Watch me on the other side of you.
Okay. Start line is behind us. Headed up our first incline.
This is nothing. You got it.
Speed's irrelevant.
What was that?
I said forward's the only direction, speed is irrelevant.
There you go.
Amen to that. Keep moving forward. Isn't that what Miss Chayton told us?
Yep.
Keep moving forward. Catch up a little bit. So somehow I'd done it again. I'd flipped it to slow-mo, as you can see here. Yeah, we're moving pretty slow. Actually, maybe they're moving at my pace. I don't know what it was. Somehow with that camera, I have no idea how I did that. I really don't. But it looks kind of wicked, actually. You see everybody just going at Ken's pace, right? Downtown Oklahoma City is absolutely a really neat place because, hey, look, we're speeding up a little bit here. Here we go. All right, kick it in. Because I love the architecture of all these buildings here. And look at that fog, the low clouds up there. It was a heck of a morning. Just something, I don't know, not something I would have normally done, obviously, but here we are.
Brother, you're out here. Hey, whatever it
On
takes.
the first downhill.
You're out here.
Doing great.
I have a 6'5" cane next to me, or however tall he is.
We got a firefighter up here, full uniform. Probably can't see him from there.
see him? Our first corner. There we go. You want a little movie magic lesson here? Have you seen the movie Twisters? Yep. You know the scene where Kate meets Javi at the coffee shop in New York City? Okay. That's it right there. We have officially gone from Oklahoma City to New York City. This was New York City. Let me cross over here. I'm going to point out that my parents always told me not to play in the middle of the street.
Or on a train track?
And now I'm walking right down the middle of the train tracks. Well, anybody knows me from when we were kids will know that we did that in Nisqually Valley too. But I think the movie Stand By Me, minus the dead body, was kind of loosely based on some of my friends and I. At least the running to get away from the train. Hey, we're on the street headed towards Python.
I'm retired from driving. I'd be on the road.
News 9! Woohoo! I always wondered what kind of wackadoos did this stuff. Evidently.
And all the other wackadoo shit we've done. Stuff we've done. We're on camera.
I probably won't monetize this one because of all the music. Hey! 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 I thought he was going to hand me a latte.
All right.
She's the camera lady for the podcast. Remember that first time we did the walk? From there to over to here?
When we missed the...
Because of the streetcar. I was like, I think I can walk that.
And you did.
And we did it. Now look at us.
That was one of the first big,
that was after Luke, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Gripping that cane as tight as I could. Tighter than Tony's arm earlier. Tony's just off on a leisurely stroll. Look at this. He's like, yeah.
Really?
I know. He's. Are you bored yet?
What's that?
I said, are you bored yet?
No. I couldn't see the parts in the city.
We'll have to come down to Mary Garden too. You haven't been there yet.
They had prom stuff set up here last night. Tables and lights and.
We should go inside and go through.
Paycom is next. Woohoo! How sweet it is, baby. Home of Thunder basketball. The soon to be home.
got this, babe. Keep going. Keep moving forward.
Not quite yet. From the start line, at least.
Not quite yet. From when we started on the course.
Thank you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Whoa, I thought we were clear.
Whoa. Oh, whoa. They're really... Okay, hold on. Okay.
You said to go. I lost my mojo because the truck pulled out in front of us.
You going through the, what is this, Bricktown Tunnel? Huh. Yeah, incredible artwork through here. All right, we just hit the first mile.
First mile down, 26 minutes, 49 second pace. That is doing good for me. And we got the ballpark coming up.
Ballpark's coming up, weather's holding out.
My summer home. There's Johnny Bench. We're on to the brick in Bricktown. Thank you. That's a lot of people that have commented that they love our house.
Yeah. It's a funny story. I don't know. There's some wild instances down there.
Here we are in Bricktown. At the ballpark behind us. Tony's telling us about the wild days of Oklahoma City. He's been here a lot longer than the rest of us. So 5K, movie history, and Oklahoma City history. Boy, I tell you, I got a hell of a team going here. Well, what's this guy though?
He's just following. They're just race people.
Am I being followed by the feds?
Yep.
Tony, what did you do? Oh. Sorry, his name really isn't Tony.
Today, I think I'm in the clear today.
Today, because it's a Sunday. Yesterday, we'd have been in trouble. There's Mickey Mantles. And yes, Joe Ellen, never ate there. Don't eat meat. There's Mick. There goes the Federales. Oh shit, that was a cop. I was only kidding.
It's okay. If something goes down while we're down here, it's not actually that bad. My buddy Tommy Ackerman.
All right, I'm gonna put the camera down for a moment, catch some breath before we go up that hill. There it is.
Halfway done with the big incline. We've done that so far. Powering through.
Hey, thank y'all for being out here.
See, you didn't realize his heads would be that big a hit.
No, I was hoping to keep it dry or shaded. And he wanted to.
Almost there.
Show off.
Almost to the top. Good view. Almost there.
Hopefully they can't hear my breathing.
We're good.
It's got way too much oxygen to be spinning like that.
You just did it.
What's that?
You're at the top.
I'm not here yet.
Yes, you are.
Wait till we get to the red brick.
See the expansion on the right one.
It actually looks like a crust right here. Well, this looks to be the top. Kiss my ass. Yeah, that feels good. Changed the route on us. I was worried about that.
And you just conquered it like nothing.
But we still have.
You did it.
We still have over 5 minutes to go.
Cheers to y'all.
Come on.
Light?
Hey, it's light.
What's your name?
Jared.
Jared?
Yeah. Cheers.
Jared?
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, Jared.
Thank you. We are 4th and Walnut. Some great jazz music playing. Alright. Round in the corner again.
Another turn. Put it up 4th. Heading west now. Go west, young man. Somewhere there's a gold medal down there, isn't there? I'll go west.
Let's see.
Now see, you lose the road up there. You see that? We go down.
We're gonna go down and then back up.
The Bill Alley at that right back down there. And you can see.
See a crowd of people over there far off in the distance. I'm not sure if you can get it on camera.
See the church people sticking up?
Yep.
We'll go right by that. That's at the memorial right there. So we'll go by this side of it, the south side.
Yep. All right.
Headed down 4th, we're going westbound. This is obviously part of the new route, of course. We wouldn't have done this normally. So if you watched my video of driving it, or when Angie and I walked part of it, this will look new.
You can hear the cheers off in the distance.
I think is our last incline of any kind. Metaphorical, theoretical, whatever. Tony's too smart for me at those times. He'll say something, I'll tell you 5 minutes ago. That was, oh shit, that was good. We have the 2 mile mark coming up at the church, if you can see the steeple up there.
Here, step over this way. You got this. We're gonna walk the neighborhood tomorrow afternoon. I didn't tell you that.
You and your dad?
No, we're coming to your house.
I'm gonna have to walk to get tacos tonight. So, you coming for tacos this afternoon?
Almost there. Y'all look so good.
Oh. This is the last of the big push.
Of the inclines.
I see that there, thank you.
Seriously, who's texting me?
Doesn't matter.
You're doing amazing. Hi, Markel. Thanks for tracking us in Washington. Hello to everybody following along as well, wherever you're at. I know we got Michigan, Colorado, Washington, I think Pennsylvania. Not sure where else.
All right.
I was gonna say, if you can make it go red so I can take a break, that would be great. There's never an officer around when you need somebody to make it green. Look, it's a hydration station. Who needs water?
You want some?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Hold on.
All right. Here's the church he's been talking about.
So almost 2 miles before there, we are currently at 1.99. That is a new record for this fat boy. 1.95 hit that new record. And now, every step I take, a new record that I will make. I was just singing to him. You guys don't want to hear that. Plus YouTube would probably give me a, well no, they wouldn't give me a copyright strike because that sucks.
All right.
2 miles. We're on a 30-minute pace. So we slowed down going up that hill.
Two
big hills.
Two huge hills. Bigger than the practice one we did before, so that was a great accomplishment, and did it like nothing. All right.
So this next block is the south side of the memorial.
We're gonna meet up with the big marathon group here on 4th and Hudson.
Here it is, but yeah, 4th and Hudson, that's a transportation center or whatever over there for Embark, for the buses. Slow everybody down, but I am, see? I'm not too far behind, right? Yeah, look at that.
All right, in the home stretch.
Not quite. But should have no more inclines or declines if I remember. We went for a detour and checked out the museum for a little bit.
Just old guy wandering.
Yeah. I've been known for that.
Just try to stay to the right. Stay to the right of the line.
Left.
Left of the line.
We should be on the
I
other
said
side.
right and we still moved left, so we're good. There you go.
That's right, I just said you guys were going too far.
All right, we'll pick up again soon.
The Hopefully.
You're doing better than the people sitting on the couch.
That's always been me. This is my first. So, I like that. I'm doing better than the people on the couch, she said.
Absolutely.
No offense if you're sitting on the couch watching this. And next year, right here.
Get off the couch.
Fat Guy No More group. How many houses we got?
You can start to hear the music now. You hear it?
Yeah, we gotta go.
So think about that. We were just hearing the music. Here we go.
All right, I'm losing steam. We gotta get over here so we can make this corner. We've got 1, 2, 3 corners left.
That's it. Almost there.
We got a cheering team here. Waiting.
Right there. Right there.
Come on around.
You got this. Yeah. Incredibly proud. Get something.
Good for a sign over there, which are the arms are tired. Wait, what? I paid to do this?
You did! You're doing amazing!
Oh, man.
Woo!
Oh, man.
Great job. Excellent. Fantastic.
High fives.
Thank you.
Keep going.
Great job. Keep it going.
I think I'm doing the quarter of the half. Maybe even the full by now.
We did the full.
Oh.
Okay, we're coming up on Lee and Sheridan.
The next to last turn. On to Lee. How fitting.
Here we go. Doing great. Powering through, almost there. Watch your step. Uneven right there. All right, final home stretch. Final turn. Yep. You got this. Right there. Not far. Come on.
Walking up the hill that was higher than the rest of the hills. Sure and young. That's a good one. I found my favorite song. That's a good one.
You good? Take a deep breath. Breathe in.
Really busy, guys.
Breathe in.
Go, go, go!
You got it. Breathe in. Keep in through your nose, out through your mouth, not just mouth. You got it. Here we go.
Yeah. Here we go. He wants to hear it. Welcome in, Joel Salazar, 33 years of age. Where's he from? Oklahoma City.
Nice.
247 for Joel Salazar.
Through your nose, out through your mouth.
Welcome over here to Adkins Energy. Lots of great energy here. Big smiles. Oh, thank you very much. Yeah. More marathon finishers for the men. Color smiles. The celebration. We're celebrating today, and we run to remember. This is our run to remember. Whoa, red, white, and blue. Hello.
Okay, one thing is to run to remember.
Next year,
You're gonna
we
remember
need
this.
socks and a hat on that guy, too. Gene Gatewood. Welcome in, Gene. Jim Tincher. Half marathon finish. Thanks, Kevin. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
Oh, the cramp. There you go. Toes up, toes up. Welcome home, yeah! Congratulations, thanks for coming to play with us. A little cramp there. Full marathon
Come on, you got
finisher coming in. Welcome in, Jimmy Soto, Joel Dutton. Oh yeah. Joel Dutton just there, Yukon, Oklahoma, perhaps by way of Ecuador, it looked like on his shirt. Here we go, more marathon men coming in as we're waiting our overall women's champion. Welcome to Anson Colvin and Brooks Thompson.
You got
And
it.
Arcadia. Or finish yourselves up right here. We got a party in the park. Scissortown Park. Big party waiting for you. the great man, Take Cutter.
Keep it going. Got it.
Welcome in Ken in the quarter marathon. He has worked so hard to be here. His shirt says it all. Keep moving forward. Part of our great podcast. Ken making it here to the finish line in the black. In the corner, you did it. Oh yeah. What a great team. Bring it in. Welcome, Ken. What inspiration. Absolutely amazing. Thank you to the support team, the medical crew. With Ken making it here to the finish of the quarter marathon.
Free beer from somebody along the course. Let's celebrate.
Cheers.
To everybody.
We're holding the tape for our overall champions.
I got you.
I was going to teach you.
Who's going first? Amazing. Good job.
As close as I'll come to the Olympics. Look at this right here. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, official.
We got it. We got it. Thank you.
No, you're welcome. You're welcome. Michelle. I'm actually a survivor, so thank y'all for running. All right. Congratulations.
Never in
Good
doubt.
job. Good job.
Hey, I tell you, you all got hold on to each other, hold each other's hands, and you got smiles. That's what's beautiful. Keep those beautiful smiles. Teamwork.
This team is amazing.
Hey, you got a beautiful friend.
Without them, I couldn't do it.
God bless you all.
God bless you. Thank you.
Congratulations, y'all. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
Need to go find my wife. Photo, yeah.
I just did it in this one. Yeah, I don't have my CBA. 13.1. I did the half. That's awesome. Movement is the best thing. Congratulations, sir.
Your jacket probably weighs more than I do.
You're right now with the sweater.
Tacos?
You guys are awesome. Thanks for running.
I don't see any beer.
Thanks for running. You guys are amazing.
That's like you paid a lot of money for that beer.
How'd you do?
Come on, Jay. Come on, babe. It's uneven. Be careful.
I need to see.
Okay, let me see. What does it say? Very cool. How do you feel?
I'm going to Disneyland. Because if I can walk this, I can walk at Disneyland now.
Great.
Really nice scooters at Disneyland. So it was actually my brother Judd that found this video clip here for me. This is from News Channel 9 here in Oklahoma City. This was a live stream they actually did on race day of the finish lines there. If you look close up top, see us moving slowly. Looks like I had to stop there. I was going to probably stop a couple different times going along this way, but
You can see us coming in to the finish line here. And there's a few things that I really want to point out here. One, right there, you can see her walking in the lower left there. That is Carrie Watkins, the executive director of the Oklahoma Memorial, and of course the race director here as well. I could see her as I was coming in. I saw the green shirt. At this point, she turns to everybody and says, "It's Ken." And you can see that they're starting to get excited. I didn't see her talking to everybody else, but I saw her go over to the guy. And if you remember from the video just a little bit ago, when they announced me coming in, I'm pretty sure that was Carrie going over there and telling him to do that. So that was kind of neat. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. I wasn't walking at that pace. I really wish I was, but I wasn't. I was hurting. I was really hurting at this point, just trying to get across the line. And as you can see, Carrie and the rest of them right there cheering me on the whole way. I love this video for that because I can see it, see the support that I actually had. Makes this such an amazing experience. It also let me see my team there in all their glory, how well they did. Tony being a great hype man, pumping the crowd up as we walked down. Angie keeping me going. Michael keeping our pace for us there. It was absolutely fantastic. So this is where we went over and we got ready to do the podcast. They were grabbing the microphones there, and then we took some pictures, got a group photo in there and everything. And then it was time to do that podcast. I will link to that podcast in the description so you guys can watch that. Please do. I'll try to remember to pin it in the comments too if I remember to do that. It ended up being about a 2-minute segment, I think it was, maybe just a little bit over 2 minutes, but I'm going to be truthful with you. While I was sitting there talking to them, I have no recollection of what I said, so I was very grateful to be able to watch it later. And I think I sounded okay, considering I had just finished something that pushed my body beyond where it had ever gone before. So that was kind of cool for me to be able to have that as another memory, something to see from this event. Just after we were done, Jordan Davis came over here from the Oklahoman, and that's him there right there talking to me, standing above me there. So he was asking me all about the experience and everything, and he wrote that neat little piece about me. I will link it in the description as well, so you can go read it if I haven't already shown it. It's a really neat little clip there with some photos in there too that was really kind of cool. So again, overall, an amazing experience. And things that I had not expected to get, like this video or being on the podcast afterwards or being interviewed by the Oklahoman. Absolutely amazing. Such a great experience, and I can't wait to do it again. That's for sure. All right, so how about that, huh? I actually did it. I don't know. You know, as I'm recording this right now, it's a few days later, and I'm still quite surprised that I actually did it. I don't know. I mean, it was something that I knew I was looking forward to, something that I was building towards, but it is also something that I never thought at all ever in my life that I would actually do. Now I understand I was slow, very slow, and I walked it. Most people ran it. Most people do run 5Ks. There were quite a few people out there that were actually walking it, so I was excited to see that. Of course, they were faster than me. Not everybody out there like me has, you know, braces and stuff on their feet and ankles, so that really slowed me down. I was really kind of worried about my right foot because it's the one that's got the drop foot, right? So I don't know. If you watch that video, you can actually see how my feet really bow out, especially this right one. And so there's a lot of times where I'm just kind of bringing it along. That's where having the cane really helped at times too back in the day, because I could lean on it, which, as you saw me, there were times where I was leaning on Tony and Angie both, not really leaning per se as much as just balancing myself at times. I kind of had that thought the night before the race where I was wondering if some of those declines, if I kind of touched either one of them on the shoulder or holding onto Tony's arm there, if it would help get some speed. And that first big decline, we went down it, and a little while later Tony said I went a lot faster than he thought I would do, because he said you were actually kind of pulling me along. He said he didn't want to walk too fast, but at the pace I was going on, he actually had to speed up some because I was pulling him along, you know, for me, that is. There's a few things that I want to talk about here before I wrap up this video. One being, boy, you talk about a curveball the weather threw us. You know, it had been amazing, amazing weather leading up to that day, and then it was just absolutely nasty. I did that update here, you know, when I had on my race shirt. You know, you watched it just a little bit ago. I did it, and I was pretty stoked, pretty psyched, ready to go. We piled into the car. I had my Red Sox starter jacket on underneath my shirt, one of these, right? And I was just psyched and ready to go. Stopped at the on-queue up the street, got me a sugar-free Dr. Pepper to get me a little bit of caffeine, had me some breakfast, you know, a banana with some peanut butter as well as a protein shake. And I was ready. My wife thought I was crazy, and I probably was, but at that point, it was adrenaline. Adrenaline, just wanted to go and do and get it over with, right, kind of thing. And as we were driving over to Angie's, she lives about 7.5 miles east of us here, there were quite a few spots on the road that were just completely flooded over. It was pouring down so hard that there were spots where people had to go completely around it. We were down to one lane at times. Could only imagine what it was like in downtown Oklahoma City. And I did end up seeing some photos and video later. And that road right out in front of the convention center there, yeah, it was completely flooded over. They had to close it down. And we were supposed to walk through there. So that was part of the original route. So that's probably partly why they ended up changing the route that next day. It was because of how that flooded like that. But we hadn't heard anything, and I kept telling everybody, I think we'll know by about 11:30, probably 90 minutes prior to the scheduled start time, if they're going to cancel it or not. And we had literally just pulled down Angie's Road when our phones blew up with messages from the Marathon app, and I know several of you guys got it too because you told me that you were logged in and actually got those messages. So that's kind of cool. We were just ready to pick up Angie and her dad when that went off, telling us that it has been canceled. At that point, we didn't know if they were going to redo it or not. And at that point, part of me was just incredibly bummed. I mean, I was just like, no. I was so ready, even though I didn't want to be out there in the thunder and lightning, right? But I wanted to do this. I wanted to prove to myself that I could actually walk a 5K, and they took that from me, at least momentarily, right? I was quite bummed. So we had decided that if they are going to go ahead and reschedule it for the next day, we would, and as you've seen, they did, and we did. That's just, I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I'm still living on the high from it because, again, it is something that I never thought that I would ever do. And I got my first one, and now I'm looking forward to other ones. Thinking maybe one in Tulsa in November. If you saw the expo video, it's the Route 66 one. Thinking maybe do it, but I'm not going to sign up for it yet. I'm going to wait until it gets closer to time, see how I'm feeling, and see if I want to do that, because I may have to do that one on my own. So we'll see how that goes. Something else I want to point out too is when they redid the map, when they changed the course, I saw immediately that incline we were going to have to go up, and I was kind of worried about it, and I think that we ended up doing really good on that. But one thing caught my attention when we got to the end, and that was that my MapMyWalk app that I had on my iWatch here, my Apple Watch, told me that we had done 3.35 miles. I turned that sucker on just as we crossed the start line, and you could see me in the video. I'm trying to shut it off so it wouldn't go any further distance on there. So it was 3.35. We talked to other people who had it anywhere from 3.4 to 3.6. So 3.35 is right in the middle of it. And so now that got me thinking, if I did 3.35 in an hour and 40 minutes, that's 100 minutes. And I had mentioned before that I had a mark in my head of 96 minutes for a 3.1 5K. They made me go an extra quarter of a mile longer. And again, I really think that has something to do with the way they had to change the route. I don't think there was any way to avoid that, honestly, because just the way you had to go, you couldn't cut any corners short or anything like that to make it 3.1, which is fine, at least for me. But why I want to point that out to you is that if I did 3.35 miles in 100 minutes, if you do the math and break that down to 3.1, so the actual 5K, so that puts me, even with the stopping that I had to do, that last part of it there, that would put me basically at 92.53 minutes for a 5K. And that excites the hell out of me because, well, yes, that's slow. And there were people finishing it in like, what, 17, 18 minutes? 92.5 minutes is faster than what I thought I could do it at. So for me, going forward, the mark that I have to beat, or the mark that I'm going to want to beat each time I do another one, is 92.5 minutes. We'll see what that next one is, and then the next one, so on and so forth. Because again, just to make sure you're following me here, the entire route came in at 3.35. So when you take the time, average it out over that, so 100 minutes over 3.35 miles, and then take that by just 3.1, an actual 5K, that put me at 92.53 minutes. Yeah, that beat the 96, even though I had to stop. Now, I haven't really talked about it. I mean, I've told other people, but I haven't talked about it here on camera. I will admit, that last mile was brutal. And I think there's a few reasons for it. One, obviously, I'm not set up for endurance, so that was without a doubt the longest I've ever walked before. And yeah, that's something that for the next one I'm going to have to go out there and practice, that's for sure, is walking 3 miles plus, honestly, so I can build up some kind of endurance, so I'll be ready for that. Number two, at one point I had some Nerds clusters. They were handing them out, and so Tony opened it up for us, and I took, I don't know, probably 5 or 6 of those things, popped them in my mouth, gave me a little sugar. I should have known better. Sugar will help some people. It is a thing that runners do, but me, it kind of gives me that a little dizzy. I don't know if it jacks my blood pressure up, my blood sugar that high, that quick, whatever it is. It kind of makes me feel a little woozy to begin with, so I knew better than to try to need to be concentrating on something and doing that, but I did it anyways because I was just in the moment at that point, honestly. So at that point, we had 2 corners left, and so it was actually when we hit where we had 3 corners left is when my brain went into "you're almost done" mode. So when we come walking up upon where my wife and my friends Robbie and Rubalin were there, just at that last corner there, you know, not the last one, but there was 3 corners to go, but where they were, that last spot, I think I even say it on the camera, we've got 3 corners left, and at that point my brain went into "you're almost done" mode, and I don't think that was a good thing. Because by the time we got up to that next corner, which actually put us on Lee, I was expecting in my head all along that that's when the adrenaline would really kick in, because I knew 1 corner left onto Oklahoma City Boulevard and I'd be good. Well, about halfway down Lee Street's when I had to make my first stop. And I needed to catch my breath because I don't know. I don't know if I was trying too hard at that point, if I was trying to go a little faster, what it was, combined with that sugar, combined with the endurance, combined with, we were almost done at that point, technically, if you're looking at 3.1, right? So I don't know what it was, but I had to make that stop, catch my breath. Angie kept telling me in through the nose, out through the mouth, and then I kept going, and I started getting really dizzy, especially when we took that corner onto Oklahoma City Boulevard. And from that video that I showed just a little bit ago from the News 9 camera there, you could see where we had to stop a couple times on that final stretch in. But I'll tell you what, I'm excited that I have that video, even if it shows me having to stop. If you remember back to my training sessions, especially that walk when Angie and I did the 1.94 miles, I mentioned then that I kept the clock going on my timer because I wanted to know what it would be like even if I had to stop a few times. And I did, but I didn't have to until that point. Now, there was 1 or 2 other times where I actually physically stopped. One was when those cops pulled out in front of us. One of them was slowed down completely when Jared handed us those beers. How about that? That was just cool. I literally did not have drink a beer on my 5K on my bingo card for it, so that was really kind of neat. And then as you saw as well, when we went by the hydration station there was somebody that wanted to get a picture of us. People loved our hats, right? Our umbrella hats. So people kept commenting on that, and they really wanted to get photos of that. So that was kind of cool, but that was the time we had to stop. And you think it's no big deal, but once you come, then you got to start going again. It's just trying to get back into that rhythm. And for me, it was a little bit tough, but not that big of a deal. Honestly, overall, it was just would have been nicer if I could have kept going. But again, the clock was going through all of that. And when you take the total amount of time and go by 3.1 instead of 3.35, it ends up being 92.53 minutes. And I'm pretty doggone happy about that. So of course you saw us getting the medals, so you want to see it? Here it is. This is my medal here. I know it's probably not going to pick up on camera too well there, so I'll set up a couple photos here of it. It's got a really neat thing on both sides, 2025. And then of course the strap here too is really neat. The Keep Running to Remember. It's got the 25th anniversary, 2001 to 2025. On the backside, of course, the date's wrong now, but it does say April 26, 2025, Oklahoma City Memorial Marathon, the 5K. So yeah, that is my first ever. Obviously, I will admit that I wore it most of the evening until we had our tacos. Yes, I had tacos and beer that night. I didn't want to get anything on it because obviously I didn't want to make it dirty. I think I'll probably hang it right back here sometime, but right now it's right there. I'm pretty proud of that because, you know, everything that I had to do to get to that point. And so yeah, there are a few people that I want to say thank you to. First off, the big man up above, thank you, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for every single thing he's done for me. I am eternally grateful, not only for that, but for every single person that he has put into my life that has got me to this point right here. That includes my wife. I thank her for believing in this medication that can help me to lose this weight, to get me to where I can do something like this. Without her believing in that, who knows if I would be here. And that goes to my doctor too. Yvonne was the one that introduced me to the doctor that introduced me to this medication. So I'm very thankful for that. Absolutely. I want to say thank you to my team, Tony and Michael. You guys were absolutely amazing. Tony for being a great hype man, as I saw in that video. I don't remember much of that as we come walking in, but I do want to say thank you for being there. Thank you very much, Michael, for keeping the pace. I know we went way slower than what you're used to walking, so thank you for hanging out with us and keep us going. Absolutely love that. And to Angie, what can I say to Angie? Man, girl, you know how much I love you. You are absolutely the best bestie that a guy can have. You keep me going, keep me moving forward. That's for sure. You kept me breathing when I needed to be. You were just, you're just absolutely fantastic, and I love you so much. Thank you for yet another crazy adventure for the two of us. We've done some pretty wild things since we've been down here, but I think this one tops them all. So thank you for that. And last but not least, before I wrap up this video, I'm sure there's a lot more that I want to talk about that'll probably come to me later, and I'll put them in another video. But I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, to every one of you that come by and watch these videos, that help keep me moving forward, that help keep me motivated, that have been there commenting on stuff, that have been following along with my journey from day one or even more recently. Thank you so much. Thank you to each and every one of you that downloaded the Marathons app and that followed me, that sent me messages, either texting or Facebook or email messages. Every one of you. Yeah, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to say thank you enough to how much I appreciate it. So this right here, this is for all of you. I'm sharing it with you 100%, because if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here right now having completed my first 5K and looking forward to my next one. So thank you very much. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. This has been a very, very long video. I thought about breaking it up into parts. I'm just going to put it all together in one. Hopefully you've watched it all. You could always watch it, either straight through or at different times, whatever it is. But if you're watching this far, please give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and share this video with somebody that you think might need the motivation to try to do something like this. Because if I can, I know they can, because I never thought that I would be able to even walk a 5K. And well, I did it, and I have the video to prove that I did it, and it's all thanks to every one of you. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching. If you'd like to follow me on my journey to become a fat guy no more, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that bell so you can get notifications every time I upload a new video.